up, how are you, my amazing YouTube friends? Welcome to my channel. Finally, the day has come. I'm very excited and positive about these new pickups, can't wait to start. I'll be playing some chugs and solos at the end of this video, but first things first, let me add some background information. And yeah, if you want to skip all my blah 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 nonsense, remember that you can jump around the video by clicking on the taiko stance in the description and the pinned comment below. So, Samick KR660, first electric guitar I ever had. I bought it second-hand in 1998 at a local music shop for like $100, but only after many years I discovered this model. And also I managed to decrypt the serial number on the back plate, which says that it was made in January 1991, number 27 of the batch. At that time, this guitar was in very bad condition when I bought it. After some years, I had to replace the licensed Floyd Rose because it was in extremely poor conditions as well. It didn't even have the tremolo bar, so I changed it with a TRS Floyd Rose bridge, and finally I can upgrade the pickups as well. So let's get right into it, can't wait to start. Alright, so let's start the unboxing. I got this little tiny package from Penny Music with 2 amps.
That's quite big.
And even though we're in quarantine, I could order it online and got these 2 beautiful pickups in like 1 day or 2. So kudos to Penny Music. So what we've got here is a Seymour Duncan 1/4 pound for Strat, single coil on the left, but you still cannot see it because there are picks above it. And on the right you see a fantastic Seymour Duncan humbucker Custom 5 SH-14. So let's start with the single coil first. Let's open it up. The shop sent me also 2 picks included in the price. A violet Jim Dunlop USA stubby 3mm thick, and the opposite, a yellow Jim Dunlop nylon 0.80mm. I don't think I'm going to use it anymore. But thank you anyway, man. Alright, so let's put them aside with the ticket too. And here it is, Seymour Duncan single coil 1/4 pound for Strat. And the funny thing is that it's the first time I read this on the side of the package. Basically, touching this product will expose you to nickel, which is known to cause cancer, and that sucks, man. What should we do? But it also exposes you to amazing tone. So kudos to Seymour Duncan for making this great package. Alright, let's open it up. And what we got inside the package is the wiring diagram, some screws, and under a little bit of foam, the pickup itself. It's great, heavy, you can really feel it's heavy. Just 2 wires, the white and the black one, can't wait to install it. Let's go to the next one, the Seymour Duncan Custom 5 SH-14, feels very heavy too, I love this. And what we got inside? A red wiring diagram, because it's an humbucker pickup. Some screws and springs, and the pickup itself. It's a 4-connector type, as you can see, but I'm not going to use any coil tapping or phase switching, so you won't see me using the red and white wires. Alright, so let's wrap it again and put it aside. So, let's move on. Alright, so I don't know if you've already watched my other video where I changed the pickup on my Jackson JS-22-7, but what I'm going to do is exactly the same, except this guitar has a Floyd Rose bridge and 3 pickups instead of only 2, but it's going to be exactly the same. So let's get right into it. Just put your guitar on a towel or any soft surface, you don't want to scratch it by the way, and flip it back, because we're going to need to open the back cavities. So you know, I'm a very fast shredder soloist, and I'm going to use my super speed to unscrew all the screws of the back.
Wow!
Let me flip the guitar to make the cover fall down a little bit. Wow, what is this abomination of wires? So you must know that this Samick guitar was produced in the early 90s, as you can see later by reading the serial number. It got 1 single coil at the neck, 1 single coil in middle position and a humbucker in the bridge position. The bad thing about this in general is that you always tend to trip over the middle pickup. And for playing metal you don't really need it, so I'm going to completely remove it. Also, I will never be using the little tiny switch selector for the humbucker, because I will never be using the bridge pickup only as a single coil. I want power, I want output, not that much, but I prefer humbuckers. Alright, so I will have to remove the Floyd Rose bridge, but before I need to loosen the tension of the strings. And yeah, I'm going to use the super speed here as well. I guess this joke is not funny anymore. Alright, so now the strings tension is very loose, so let me flip the guitar and see the back cavity of the Floyd Rose. Now all the tension is up to those 3 springs. Let's start from the middle one. I don't know if this is the right thing to do, but I always did in the last 20 years. And I'm just using a little screwdriver to help me lift the spring. All the strings are very loose in tension now, so I'm not going to harm anything. Alright, first spring came out. Let's do the second one. And the last one. And please, if you're going to do this at home, don't follow my dumb example and wear gloves. Do not harm your hands. Alright, so now the springs have come out. And the Floyd Rose is free, so let me flip the guitar and let me put it aside just a little bit. I don't want to scratch the guitar, even though it's like 30 years old and it's full of scratches. You can see even a little piece of wood is coming out near the bridge pickup. But yeah, let's try to preserve this thing. Awesome, so let me flip the guitar once again and let's begin to remove the old pickups. Now, before removing them physically, I need to disconnect their wires from the back. So let's dive once again inside that abomination of colors and wires and cables and let's try to understand things. Now, we can see that the blue wire, the red one and the big white one surely come from the pickups. Some of them will go to the switch and the other ones must be ground. So hopefully they must be connected to the back of the pots. Now, as you can see, this 5-way switch is an imported version because it's got 8 lugs in line. And just by taking a look at it, you can see that the first one is connected to the blue wire, the second white, the third red, and the fourth is the yellow one, which goes straight to the volume pot lug. So I don't want to change this blade selector switch because yeah, it would become a great pain in the ass to me. And the great issue about this situation is that a 5-way blade switch isn't going to behave like a 3-way blade switch. You know, this guitar was built to have 3 different pickups and now I'm going to use only 2 of them. So you'll see that I'm going to do a magic trick at the end of this video. So where in the world I would find a wiring diagram for my situation? I had to search all over the internet, but I found my best working solution. Many thanks to SeymourDuncan.com for letting us all use a lot of wiring diagrams, Barish Sain and Alessandro Yenaro. Thanks a lot, bros, your help has been very precious to me. Let's start by disconnecting the little blue wire, which is the hot signal coming from the humbucker pickup. And let me immediately disconnect the wires that go to the coil-tapping switch. Little white and little black go away. Let's go on by disconnecting the big wire from the back of the tone pot. And now the old Samick bridge humbucker is free. Now let's go on and disconnect the white wire, which is the hot signal from the middle pickup. And also the red one, which is the hot signal from the neck pickup. Awesome! Let me gently put these wires aside and let's go on with the ground wires that are connected to the back of the volume pot. You know those big blobs of solder on the back of the pots? The iron maybe will need some time to heat them up correctly. So don't worry and let the tip of the iron stay there for like 10 to 20 seconds. Right, now gently tug the wires with some pliers, and yeah, here you can see that the big blue wire has been connected to the other 2 black ones. So instead of desoldering everything, I'll just cut it. Now, you know, color cords are very helpful because in this case I have to disconnect a black wire, but I don't know which one of the two is the right one, since one is the ground from the pickup and the other one is the ground from the Floyd Rose bridge. But no worries, let's leave it like this for the moment and go on. Alright, let's flip the guitar once again and let's start by removing the bridge pickup. Now, the bridge pickup is attached to the mounting ring, so I have to remove the screws at the corner before and then disassemble the pickup itself. So let's use my super speed once again and... The bridge pickup and its mounting ring are free to move. Gently tug it, and here it is. My goodness, this thing is like 30 years old and you can really see the dirt. So let's go on, let's remove the middle pickup as well. Gently tug the blue and white wires. And finally, the odious, useless middle pickup is out. My goodness, I really can't stand so much dirt, but I'll have to resist burning this thing down. Alright, let me put it aside. And finally, you can see now those two black wires that I was talking about before. I want to identify the one that's coming from the single coil pickup. So let me gently tug it, and once identified, let me cut it straight away. Awesome. Let's flip the guitar once again. And remove the neck pickup. My goodness, oh, what is it? What is that? Is that dirt? What's this kind of black goo? Oh, I hate these things. So, let me clean this thing. And let's remove that black goo. Thumbs up. Now it's time to put the new pickups in place, and let's start from the neck pickup. Gently tuck the wires backwards into the cavities. Put the screws in. Guys, do these things very gently because pickups, especially single coil ones, are very fragile. Let's screw it in. And here we are. Let's put the new wires in the cavity and flip the guitar. And here they are, perfect. Oh, I can't wait to try this. Now let's go on with the bridge pickup, and as you can see, I have a problem. Because, you know, new pickups, even higher quality like Seymour Duncan's, usually comes with new screws and springs, but not new mounting rings. So I'll have to use the old one, but it's got 2 screws on one side and only one on the other. So I'll have to do another magic trick later. Let's unscrew the old one. Yeah, always take note of the orientation of the mounting ring, because it's fatter on one side, so it's always a good idea to put a little piece of tape on it, just to remember its correct orientation. Now, as you can see, I'm lacking a hole here. So let me just use a little bread roll to create a hole in it, and let me assemble the new pickup with it. It fits perfectly. Gently tug its wires into the cavities. You know, flip the guitar. and we're done. Perfect. I can screw it in. Alright, so now it's time to put the Floyd Rose bridge in it again. I didn't want to cut the strings because they are fresh, and I want to keep them because I'm also doing a comparison test of the old and new pickups. So gently put it in. The strings are very loose now, it's no issue to put it back in, and yeah, here it is. And now it's time to put the bridge springs in. Let's start from the middle one. Let me use all my bestial power to stretch it, and here it is. It was easy, it was the middle one. Let's see if the bridge works. And yeah, it does. And for the other springs, I suggest you to use this magic trick that I discovered like 20 years ago. So you just tuck the screwdriver inside it and work it its way until it simply fits. So second spring and third one. Here they are, perfect. Let's see if the bridge works. It does. So let's go on. Now I want to remove the yellow wire that remained from before, that goes from the coil tapping switch to the back of the tone pot. And here it is, let's gently put it aside. Bye bye yellow wire, I hated you for 20 years. And even though I hated it, I'm not going to put it in the trash because I'm going to use it later. Now, the bridge humbucker pickup is a 4-conductor one, so it's made up like this. The black wire here's the hot signal, goes to the blade switch. The green and bare are the ground wires, and they go to the back of the volume pot. The red and the white wires are used for coil tapping or phase switching, but I'm not going to use them, so later I'll tape them up. The other cables remaining are the white and black ones coming from the single coil pickup on the neck, and we're talking about this later. So let me solder back those two black ground wires to the back of the volume pot. Again, let's be patient here, we're going to need some time to heat up that big block of solder. Let's immediately solder the black wire from the single coil pickup to it. Because you know, life is hard, so the black wire from a single coil pickup is the ground signal, but the black wire from a humbucker pickup is the hot signal. Alright, so let's put it in, and here it is. And since I'm soldering all the ground wires, I'll connect to that blob also the green and bare wires from the humbucker pickup. Perfect. Alright, so now what I'm going to do with the 5-way blade selector switch is using the first lug for the bridge pickup, put a little jumper from the first to the second lug and connect the neck pickup hot wire to the third lug. This way I'll have no dead spots in it, and it's going to work like this. Position 1, neck pickup. 2, both pickups. 3, 4 and 5, bridge pickup. And that's perfectly fine for me. I don't need anything else, since I'm using the bridge pickup 90% of the time. So gently put the black wire in, and here it is. Let me add a little bit of solder, and that's it, perfect. Now let's connect the white wire from the single coil pickup to the third lug. And here it is. Let's add a little bit of solder here. Perfect, we're done. Alright, so now it's time to put the cover back on, super speed for the screws. Let's also put back on the cover of the Floyd Rose cavity. And yeah, it's always better if you remember to zoom out your camera. But you know folks, this one is a one-man show, so please be patient and subscribe. Let's flip the guitar and whoa, here it is. I love that, can't wait to try it. Alright, so let's hear how it sounds. The signal chain of this video is obviously the Samick KR660 straight into my Focusrite Scarlett 282, straight into Reaper, where I have the Neural DSP-14 NTS Suite 2.0. Whoa, they sounded great, man! Can't really say anything more about these pickups. It's like day and night compared to the previous ones. Also, finally, I'm so happy I could remove the middle pickup. I was always touching it while playing. And yeah, very soon I'll be recording an A/B comparison video between these pickups and the original Samick ones. If you want to see it, just click in the link in this top right corner. Yeah, in this. And also in the description of the video below. Alright folks, this is all for today. If you like this video and this type of content, please feel free to leave a like and comment on anything you saw or heard. And if you also want to see more of this stuff like plugin reviews, gear demos and other heavy metal related videos, definitely consider subscribing to my channel. If you want to directly support me, don't forget to listen to my instrumental solo album Musa and my private practice band project Awareness EP. They're out now and they're all available on all digital platforms: Amazon Music, Google Music, iTunes, Spotify, Deezer, you name it. And also, if you're a bedroom producer like me, don't forget to take a look at my Facebook group, MSIMS and VST Plugins for Metalheads. It's a great community, it's growing more and more every day. There are more than 1,600 members now, and you always get updates for new VST plugin releases. So once again folks, thanks for watching and see you the next time.